All right, here we are at the beautiful River Denny's. We're going to be fishing dry fly. We're going to go over some different techniques, how to approach the river, how to read the water, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to stay snug to that tree over there that's hanging over the water. They tend to hide out in that area, like I said, waiting for food or food to drop in from the bank. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of casting upstream a little bit, just to stay away from the overhang behind me. Be throwing a stimulator on in a minute. You see, some people are concerned about that delicate presentation. I don't worry about that so much because I kind of want it to smack off the water. They think something's coming in from the bank. So I changed my leader up from a 9-foot to a 12-foot. And what that's basically going to do, the longer leader, I'm going to have less line on the water, less of a chance of spooking a fish. And no sooner did I change up and cast, I had a fish rise for my fly. So let's see if we can get them going again. One of the things too when you're fishing a small river like this is try not to make a whole lot of noise. The fish will be skittish in a more of an environment like this. So we're going to try to be quiet. All right, changed my fly up here. I'm not fishing anything too in particular here. I have a humpy on, but you can fish it either wet or dry depending on the hackle that you put on it. We have a fish on! My net, my net, my net.
Play him a bit.
Oh, he's a good size, he's a good size. See if we can get him in here. Yeah, he's a good size. Whoo! Beautiful little speckle. I was getting ready to come out and change my fly up. And he just nailed it, like he inhaled it. River Denny's. It's July, perfect time for dry fly season.
Fish on.
Fish on. All right. We have another decent brookie here. Oh, he's a good little guy. Lots of fight in him. Let's let him run here. Oh yeah, he's a beautiful size. We got him on the yellow humpy. Keep him close to the water. Let's... Beautiful. Well, I'm going to throw a few more casts. I may switch up location, but recently I visited the Marguerite Fish Hatchery. So have a look at this clip and we'll be right back. All right, this week we're at the beautiful Marguerite. We're at the fish hatchery. I have my buddy Jamie here. He's going to give us a tour. And Jamie, before we take a tour of the Marguerite, why don't you give us a little bit of history on the property?
Well, it's a federal hatchery, I guess it was, back in, it opened in 1902.
Okay.
And it was a federal hatchery until 1996, I believe. And then a local group here, they were going to close the hatchery and a local group came together. They were called ADAM, Aquatic Development Association of Marguerite, and they ran it for 12 years. And then in 2008, the provincial government took it over, and currently, yeah, it's a provincial government or a provincial facility. Okay. And yeah, there's 3 in the province, and yeah, this Marguerite is one of them.
Okay, now, can anyone walk on the property to get to the river and fish, or is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so the property, I mean, it's closed for, our hours of operation, I guess, are 8 to 4,
okay.
7 days a week. So the gates are open, but even after hours, there's access to the hatchery pool.
Okay.
And Ingram's Brook here that people fish.
So Ingram's Brook here. Now, is this fly only, or can you bait fish as well?
This particular brook is actually the headwater for the hatchery water. We have a reservoir up the hill there.
Okay.
And yeah, that's where we get our water. But Ingram's Brook, from here down to the river, is you can use worm, bait, or fly. Yeah, it's yeah, multi-use, I guess, this time of year.
Perfect.
And then the river is fly fish only, June 1 till the end of October.
And I'm sure you can get the ruling book, the Angler's Handbook, online to find that out.
There's a hard copy and there's a copy on our website as well.
We'll post the link.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to get this tour underway, so let's get going.
All right, here we go.
All right, Jamie. So what's the purpose of this setup right here?
So these are what we call our long ponds. There's 16 of them here, and we use them to rear the fish. So we have everything here from these ones right in front of us here are retired brood stock. So they're 4, possibly there might be a few 5-year-olds in there.
Okay.
And they're destined for lakes and brooks. We won't use them again to spawn. And typically we get them out earlier in the year with some of our trout derbies and learn to fish events, but we didn't have a whole lot this year because of COVID. We started to do them again, but yeah, still not up to what we were before, so we still have some fish, some bigger fish on site that will go out. But yeah, basically we raise our fish in here, and everything from, we'll start putting fry out right away, probably in the next couple weeks. We have 1, 2, and 3-year-olds and these guys. So there's kind of 4 age classes of fish in these ponds here.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about stocking lakes. So besides the Marguerite, you also stock lake. What kind of lakes is it? Like the Door lakes, or? Yeah.
So this hatchery, like I mentioned, there's 3 provincial hatcheries. There's one in just outside Antigonish, and then there's one down in McGowan Lake, and this one. So basically, this hatchery stays on Cape Breton Island.
Okay.
We do a lot of the island with, I guess, the help of Fraser's Mills. They do kind of the east side of the island, and we do some of the central and west side. We stock, yeah, there's a number of lakes that we do in the spring and the fall, kind of 2 different sessions.
Okay. Now is there a time frame that you got to get these out into the river? Or?
For this, we can stock throughout the summer because it's the same temperature as what we're raising them with.
Okay.
But yeah, for sure, the lakes, by the time, this time of year basically, the first couple weeks of July, we're kind of pushing it. Okay. Temperature-wise, yeah, once it gets up, some of these smaller lakes warm up fairly quick.
Yes.
And once they get, really 20 degrees is kind of a cutoff. I probably won't stock fish in 20-degree water, just because our water here is cooler, and it kind of shocks the fish. So anything, right now our water here is about 13. So if you have a 6 or 7 degree difference, you can possibly stress out the fish and shock them if you put them in warmer water.
Okay.
So typically, yeah, we finish up this time of year.
Okay, so this is definitely a pretty important system to have for the river, as I guess for like fish returns. Like, are the trout numbers good, or?
Well, yeah, trout are good. I mean, we're not, we do a lot of creating fisheries and such too, and putting opportunities where there might not be otherwise. So there's, you know, some ponds in Sydney and HRM that, you know, might not hold fish otherwise, but we stock them to, you know, to give opportunities for maybe people that have mobility issues or don't have vehicles or things like that. So.
Definitely a good idea, you know. So let's continue our tour, shall we?
Okay, yeah, you bet.
All right, Jamie, so looks like there's some salmon in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, let's talk a little bit about that.
So we just have a small representation of salmon. Basically, we don't keep any Atlantic salmon here for the public besides these.
Okay.
And it just kind of shows what we do. Basically, it's a show pond. There's probably 20 or 30 fish in here. We just put different age classes in. So some of them are probably 4 or 5 years old down to last year's. Yeah, it just shows a lot of anglers that don't catch fish either what they look like. Okay.
So if someone were to catch a salmon from here, is there a way to identify if it came from the hatchery or?
Yeah, so it's part of our license that when we stock our fish out, our par in the fall and our smolt in the spring, that each and every one is fin clipped. So they all have like an adipose fin on their back, and those fins actually get clipped. So basically, when we go out to collect our brood stock again in the fall, we don't recapture any hatchery fish. We only spawn them once.
Okay.
So any hatchery fish that are caught in the fall with we just let go right there.
Okay. So I guess the same principle applies to the trout as well. You clip them and release them. Or?
Yeah. No, we don't actually clip our trout.
Okay.
But we spawn our trout. Same idea. 1 year, and then we stock them out into the lakes and the rivers.
Okay. I'm amazed by them. Some beautiful sized salmon in there.
Yeah, there's some nice ones, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's continue on with our tour.
Sure. So this is the hatchery itself, or the main hatchery we call it. And basically we raise our eggs and fry in here. And we're getting close to, they're kind of growing out of their habitat here.
Okay.
We can only keep them in here for so long until they get about a gram in weight, and then we'll move them out to the bigger tanks outside. But it's a good way to kind of keep tabs on them, and if there's any issues, we can salt bath them, or anything like that in a kind of confined space.
So this is where all the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. So
this is the heart of it, then.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
If someone wanted to volunteer and maybe do some tagging, I guess, or how would they go? How would they reach out? Like,
I mean, people call the hatchery. We get cold calls often. We do use quite a few volunteers, or we have in the past. COVID also kind of put a damper on that, but for fin clipping. So, like I said, we have to fin clip all our salmon. So that's about upwards of 220,000 fish that we have to fin clip. So, you know, it takes a lot of effort. The last couple of years I kept track, and it was just over 400 kind of working hours of fin clip all the fish. So, and that's just the Marguerite fish. We do a couple other rivers as well. Middle River, Bedeck, Mabu.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of effort to fin clip all these salmon to put them back out.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, all this fish talk and looking at fish, it makes me want to go hit the back of the hatchery.
We can do it.
Thank you, Jamie.
Well, appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
And we'll see you around. So here we are, we're at another location in River Denny's. Try not to talk too loud because the water's a little bit low. I don't want to spook them, but there's some big brookies in here. So we're going to throw some streamers, see if we can hook onto them. Fish on. All right, so we have a fish on. See if we can get him in here. He was picking at it. And he finally decided that he wanted it. There's some big fish in here. I'm in a little bit of a bog here, so just trying to play with them here to get them in. He's in the trees. Oh, he's a good size. He's a good size. Woohoo, baby. Stay out of the water here. We'll wet our hands a little bit. What a beautiful fish. We'll let him go now. Oh. So we're using streamer time, or streamer flies rather. It's coming on fall time. The temperature's dropping. The rain's coming down now. That's going to create more oxygen for the fish. They're going to be more active. They're going to move upriver to spawn. Now's the time to get out with your streamers and start fishing. I'm trying to stay far back from the water as I can, because remember, chances are if you can see them, they can see you. And with low water, they're going to be a little bit more skittish. Oh! They can probably see me, that's what's going on, right? Fish on. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, we got a fish on. Oh yeah, he's a good size. Oh yeah. Another good size. And they're fighting like... See if I can get him in here. Perfect. Oh look, he got his fall colors, his spawning colors on him. Let's see if we can get him out here right quick. As I was taking the hook at him, he took off on me. I couldn't show him, but he was a decent size. Let's get back at it because there's a lot of fish in here. Fish on. I don't know if I hooked them very well. I barely even felt the hook set. Woo! Look at that. Beautiful looking fish. Oh yeah, he's a good size. Well, nice. He's getting his fall colors in. We'll just pop that hook out. Look like that. Turn them upside down just to look at them changing their colors. Look how beautiful that is. That, because you know, it does make sense. They are starting to spawn now, right? So, but I didn't think it was going to be like this, man. To be honest with you, I was looking at the water back there, and it's. Ooh. So, we had a terrible summer. Fishing wise, oh, missed the bite there. So the rivers are down a little bit, but we finally broke that hot heat that we had. And the cold front's moving in, you know, as we get closer to fall. So the fish are going to be more active now, but this summer was just, weather-wise, it was good, but for fishing it was terrible. So hopefully our fall time can make up for it. Hopefully the fish are more hungry. They're definitely going to be more active. We have a weather system moving in this week, so hopefully we'll see the rivers get pounded with some rain. So all up along River Denny's, there's all kinds of little pools. So when you're walking the trail, like, you can stop almost anywhere and fish. I do recommend having a guide if you never fished River Denny's before, because it's very easy to get turned around in. But anywhere along the trail, walking here, you can. It's just like Middle River. You can. Oh, fish on. Oh yeah, he's a good one. Woohoo! This guy's giving a good fight. Try to keep that rod tip up as much as I can. I don't want to give him too much slack. Oh yeah, he's a beauty. Get him out of the... What a fighter. Beautiful fish. Beautiful. Look at the size of him. Beautiful fish. This is a big fish for River Denny's. Let's let him go now. So earlier on, we found that the tail was a little bit too long for the fish. They were just biting the tail instead of the hook. So we just took our nippers and we trimmed the tail off a little bit, and we're hooking into them now. Oh, he came right out of the water. Did you see that? Fish on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a fish on. Oh, yeah, he's a good size. Oh, yeah. Another good size. Nice little brookie there. Looked like he's been hooked before, or another predator might have got at him. But we'll let him go and we'll let him live for another day, I guess. Oh, so the fish are still... Oh, fish on. Look at them going, look at... Oh, wow. This guy's a good one too. So these fish are still hiding underneath the brush, so when they see the food swimming down or coming down by them, they're gonna come out more, and that's why we're seeing them chase the flies so clearly, because they're hungry. Oh, hang on here. They're hungry, they're getting ready to spawn, they're more aggressive now. So I guess what I'm trying to say is they're not scared to show themselves as much as, say, the summertime. Oh, he's a good size. No, he's not ready yet. Oh. Get out of them trees. Perfect. What a beautiful fish. fat fish. We'll just bring him here and we'll revive him for a minute. There you go. Hey, he's good. All this fish I'm reeling. I'm going to take a baby aspirin tonight. You can throw it. Fish on. Oh, this is a good one too. Probably doesn't even realize he's hooked yet. When he sees me though, he'll start reacting. Oh no, he knows now. And this is typically what fishing's like in Cape Breton all summer. Like some springtime, summer it dies down a little bit, but it's usually like this. But like I said in earlier episodes, we had a weird year this year. A weird year. He's ready to come in, I think. Get out of here. He's putting up a good fight, this guy.
He's about 3 pounds, boss.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
He's a fighter, I know that. Let's see if we can get him in here. Whoo! Look at that beauty. Fall colors. Woo, baby. What a beautiful speckle. We'll let him go now. Well, that's it for this week's Cape Breton fly fishing. I hope you enjoyed it. We're moving into fall time. And remember, the flies that I used here today are available at www.cbflyfishing.ca, where there's a wide variety of vices and materials. So check it on out.